Good day, class. So this is for week 2 of our subject General Mathematics. The topic is about function compositions, or we call it composition of functions. For that, let us have a review on function notation. So on this symbol, we do not say it is f times x, but we read this as f of x, meaning function of x, wherein the independent variable is x. So when we say independent variable, we can put any number on that variable. Again, function of x or f of x. So if we have f of x as 3x minus 1 and we are asked to find f of 2, we do is we simply substitute 2 to our variable. And f of 2 is equal to 3 times 2 minus 1. 6 minus 1 gives you 5. Another example, again, if you have g of x, x squared minus x, find g of negative 3. So again, substitute negative 3 to every variable, sa lahat ng variable. So we have here 1 and then 2. So that gives you negative 3. G of negative 3 is equal to negative 3 squared minus 3. So what happens here is, ito muna, exponent, negative 3 times negative 3, which is positive 9. Negative times negative, positive. So 9 plus 3 makes 12. So therefore, g of negative 3 is 12. Another. So again, given g of x, 3x minus 4x squared plus 2, find g of 5. So 5, substitute to every variable. So g of 5 is 3 times 5 minus 4 times 5 squared plus 2. So mangyayari, so 3 times 5, 15. Paano naging 100? Exponent muna. 5 times 5, 25. Times 4 gives 100. And then simplify. So g of 5 is negative 83. So what is function composition? So it's just more substitution. It's very similar nung ginawa natin kanina. The difference, so pinagkaiba lang is, we will be substituting another function instead of simply number. So isang buong function yung isa-substitute natin sa bawat variable. Example, given f of x as x minus 5, find f of a plus 1. So itong si buong expression na a plus 1, siya yung isa-substitute natin sa ating variable. Yun nga po, a plus 1, substitute a plus 1 for x. So f of a plus 1 is equal to a plus 1 minus 5. Simplify. So f of a plus 1 is a minus 4. So how do you write composition of function? So ganito po ang pagkakasulat. So and then this one. Paano naman siya binabasa? So we read this as g of f of x. So, g of f of x or f of g of x. So, given the function f of x and g of x, so sila yung ipang-substitute natin dun sa bawat variable ng outer function. Example, so given f of x as 2x plus 2 and g of x as 2, find f of g of x. So, yung buong g of x, isa-substitute natin sa variable ni f of x. Ano ba value ng g of x? Ang value niya ay 2. Yan. So, use 2 sa bawat variable ni f. Kaya magiging f of 2. Kasi ang value ng g of x ay 2. At paano ito? So, again, substitute 2 sa bawat variable ni f. So, 2 times 2 plus 2 gives you 6. Another one. Ito, parehas function. f of x as x plus 1, g of x as x minus 5. Find f of g of x. Ano ulit ang value ni g of x? Siya ay x minus 5. Ano ang gagawin natin kay x minus 5? Isa-substitute natin sa bawat variable ni f of x. Yun po yun. So, substitute x minus 5 sa lahat ng variable ni f of x. Kaya magiging f of x minus 5, which is x minus 5 plus 1 x minus 4, or f of g of x is equal to x minus 4. What happens if we reverse the composition? Kung kanina f of g of x, gawin naman natin g of f of x. So again, same example. Let's find g of f of x. So ano ang value ni f of x? X plus 1. Substitute sa bawat variable ni g of x. So magiging g of x plus 1. So itong si x plus 1. Substitute natin sa variable. And minus 5. The answer is x minus 4. Parehas yung sagot. Kasi kanina, x minus 4. Now, x minus 4 din. Ganun ba palagi? So, kapag ba nag-reverse composition, f of g of x, tapos sinolve mo si g, f of x, parehas lagi ang sagot? Not always the case. This is not always the case. Example, you have x squared plus x as f of x and g of x as x minus 4. Find the f of g of x and g of f of x. Okay? So let's start with f of g of x. So ano ulit ang value ng g of x? Siya ay x minus 4. Ano ang gagawin kay x minus 4? Substitute dun sa lahat ng variable x ni f. X squared minus 4 squared plus x minus 4. Expand mo to. Gives you x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus x minus 4. Add similar terms. The answer is x squared minus 7x plus 12. Paano naman kapag g of f of x? Ulit, ang value ni f of x ay x squared plus x. Ang gagawin, substitute kay variable x ni g. X squared plus x minus 4. Wala ka naman maa-add dyan. Tanggalin mo lang yung parenthesis. Gives you x squared plus x minus 4. So, hindi sila parehas. So, kahit baligtarin mo yung composition, it's not always the case na parehas yung magiging answer. So, another example. Given that f of x is 2x plus 5 and g of x is 8 plus x, find g of negative 5 and g of f of negative 5. F of g of negative 5 and g of f of negative 5. First is, evaluate muna natin si g of negative 5. Sagutan muna natin siya. So again, si negative 5, substitute natin sa variable ni g. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng 8 plus negative 5 gives you 3. Etong si 3, siya yung ipang-substitute natin ngayon dun sa variable ni f. Kaya magkakaroon tayo ng 2 times 3 plus 5 gives you 11. Paano naman yung g of f of negative 5? So again, evaluate mo muna yung nasa loob. Itong si f of negative 5. Ano yung sagot sa f of negative 5? So si negative 5, substitute mo doon sa variable ni f. Ito yun. So, 2 times negative 5 plus 5 is negative 5. Hindi lang kita sa slide. At si negative 5 na yon, siya yung ipang-substitute mo sa variable ni g. Ayan. Magkakaroon ka ng 8 plus negative 5 gives you 3. Now, dun sa module, you'll be seeing this example sa activity. Again, let f of x is equal to x plus 2 and g of x as 2x minus 1. Find f of g of x. F of g of x. Solve for the domain of the composite function. Complete the table of functions and then sketch the graph. So first is, kunin muna natin yung composite function. So f of g of x is equal din f of g of x. So f of x, yung variable, papalitan mo ng buong function ni g. Ano yung buong function ni g? 2x minus 1. And then simplify. 2x minus 1 plus 2, negative 1 plus 2, yun na naman. Gives you 2x plus 1. Or the overall answer for this one is f of g of x is equal to 2x plus 1. Now, what is the domain? The domain is all real numbers. Kasi lahat naman ng number, pwede mo i-substitute dito at magkakaroon siya ng sagot. Example, negative 1 million. May answer pa rin. Positive 1 million, may answer pa rin. Decimals, may sagot. Fraction, may sagot pa rin. Kaya all real numbers. Paano yung graph? So, sa graph, Again, you can just simply set values of x from negative 2 to positive 2. Ang gagawin mo lang, isa-substitute mo yung negative 2 sa ating variable and then evaluate. So, 2 times negative 2, negative 4 plus 1, negative 3, 2 times negative 1 plus 1 gives you negative 1, 2 times 0 plus 1, 2 times 1 plus 1, 2 times 2 plus 1. And these numbers will be your coordinates. Pagsasamahin mo lang sila, negative 2, negative 3, negative 1, negative 1, 0, 1, 1, 3, and 2, 5. Tapos, ipa-plot nyo ngayon doon sa ating Cartesian plane or sa ating XY plane. And connect the dots. And there you go. That is how you sketch the graph of a composite functions.